briefly, and it's going to be a little long, so bear with me, about the stay-at-home order that has been issued by Governor Whitmer. Basically, that order is Executive Order 2020-21, and it says, and it's for the purpose of to prevent the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Language: all individuals currently residing within the state of Michigan are ordered to stay home or at their place of residence. If you have a business, no person or business shall operate a business or conduct an operation that requires workers to leave their home or place of residence, except two classes: those who are necessary to sustain or protect life, and those that are minimum basic operations. Now, minimal basic operation, who are they? They are individuals whose presence is strictly necessary to allow the business to operate, such as people who do inventory, such as stock people, machinists, people who quick care for animals, security, people who process transactions such as payroll and employee benefits. The business and operations determines which of these workers are necessary to conduct minimal basic operations. The businesses do. It has to be in writing. It has to be transmitted to you via electronic message, text, email, etc., public website, or other appropriate means. However, such designations may be orally made until March 31st, 2020 at 11:59 p.m. The individuals that we know that are critical infrastructure workers, who are they are people who are necessary to sustain or protect the life or to support those business operations. Again, the business has to tell you who you are, and it must be made in writing. It can be given to you via an electronic message, public website, or other appropriate means. Such designation may be made orally until March 31st, 2020 at 11:59 p.m. And to kind of go over it, who are these people? People who are doctors, nurses, law enforcement, food and agriculture, energy, public safety, water and waste management, public transit, trash pickup, first responders, people who oversee and manage elections, uh, the maintenance of safety and sanitary parks, child care workers, only if they're serving the children or dependents of critical infrastructure workers, workers in the insurance industry, and workers and volunteers who do this for religious and secular nonprofit organizations that provide food, shelter, and other necessities for life for needy, disadvantaged people with disabilities. Now, if and workers who perform critical labor union functions that administer health and welfare funds to individuals. If your business is not necessary to sustain or protect life or to conduct a minimal basic operation, they are suspended. Nail, hair, tattoo, those people are suspended. Restaurants are still open, only for carryout. All and persons that work for the government, state, local, or county that are not necessary to protect the life or conduct minimal basic operations are also suspended. So those are people be like typists that work for the prosecutor's office, etc. Supply and distribution centers. These are the people who supply the food to the restaurants, etc., the weed to the weed houses. If they're found to be abusing their authority, they shall be subject to the sanctions of the full letter of the law. And our Attorney General is not kidding. So please no price gouging. Individual rights pursuant to this order. All individuals currently living within the state of Michigan are ordered to stay at their home or their place of business where you can go. You can go in outside activities. You can walk and jog, provided you stay 6 feet away from others outside of your household. So you and your mother, father, or sister can walk together. Perform jobs that are critical infrastructure worker after being designated by your business or conduct minimal basic operations, going back and forth to work, to take necessities to take care of your health and safety of others or your household members, to address medical emergencies, to go to pre-scheduled medical procedures such as a dentist appointment, to obtain necessary supplies for yourself, family, or household, to get food, gas, takeout, medical supplies. Yes, restaurants are open, but they can only be takeout. To care for minors, elderly people with disabilities, or other vulnerable adults, to visit someone in a nursing home, residential care facility, to go to legal proceedings for essential emergency purposes as ordered by the court for in custody defendants, criminal or juvenile or probate emergency hearings, and if you work or you volunteer to provide shelter, food, or other necessities for people, including secular and churches. You can travel by individuals. You can return to home or work from out of state. You can leave the state for your home or residence elsewhere. So if you're a visitor, you got to go. If you want to go to travel between two residences and transporting kids via custody arrangements. Churches or places of worship are not subject to the penalty of this misdemeanor. That provided you are a worshiper, not having no daycare, no bake sale. You doing that, you're gonna get a ticket. That's just all it is, okay? Regulations for us all to stand 6 feet away from people at work, job, from outside of a single household to the extent feasible. Obviously, police officers can ride together. If you're with your children, you can be right next to them, as well as anyone that resides in your household. If any activity is not covered, you will be ticketed, and it is it is a misdemeanor. It is a misdemeanor if you perform any activity outside of what I've just given you. Again, this has been a PSA from Bonders Law. I hope it's very helpful to you, and be safe out there. That concludes. Bye bye. How long is that?